Hello, I'd like to apologize in advance because I'm sick while making this, but I'm not good at making intros anyways. So I wanted to play Bad End Theater for a long time, but never got the chance, so here we are, finally gonna play it. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. Also, I'm illiterate, so I will be messing up this a lot. You'll make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic endings. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whatever doll you'd like. Okay. Be a human. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Let's play nice. You try and make friends with the demon doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. Alright. You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. That doesn't sound like grammar, or I'm just illiterate. Anyways, let's rest this stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Yeah, let's attack it. You kill the human doll this time, and it doesn't resist. Oh, wait. Is it because I chose to be nice as the human? Oh, God. I should just let it play out. Yeah, this is all because you chose to play nice in the first round. Are the mechanics becoming clear? Now that you know how the story goes, you could set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. But now you could turn each one on or off without having to replay from the doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Why the hell am I having such a hard time reading this? Holy shit. Now try turning the doll's behavior on and off to see the different outcomes. Human doll. How did I, like... Shit, I think I did that wrong. Oops. Yeah, yeah, it kills you. End tutorial. Fine. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, I'm done. Fine. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, I get it. Kinda. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Okay, this is good, because I think I'm gonna need multiple parts for this. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Yeah, sweet. Got a trophy already. Fuck, I already have to... Let's be an underling, okay. You're an underling in why can't I talk? You are an underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not... I'm sick, I can't pronounce these words, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustration, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh god. Oh god. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Yeah, let's overthrow her. No. You're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You get that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. Oh god, they're setting us up. I can already see this. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take that day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. To change the change of atmosphere excites you. You spend time rolling around in the grass wild and free. Oh, that's the other character, Maiden. Alright. As you make your way along the path, the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. I should just fucking read instead of talking. Anyways. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Tell her to quit yelling. She did nothing wrong. Yet. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? Yeah. Anyways, if demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for each to have their own language? Fuck, this is getting... Stop calling out game logic. Anyways, the maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Oh, this is horrible. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You'll apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. What? God, I hate being sick. I don't know how that impairs my reading, but it does. No, I'm just illiterate. But, you're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mentioned how you can't believe you and your friends even considered... don't care. Shit, I might be a very stupid underling. She gives you a look, and you say that was just a joke, of course. Oh, God. Kinda. How did she believe that? She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time to take a nap. Time for a nap. Fuck. English. Anyways. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find a hero who slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Let's avenge these fallen comrades. Who does this guy think he is, coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving a sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. Sorry, my brain is... I should probably read before talking. Yeah, you like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing the flesh from his bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile on him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Set the stage, alrighty. Alright, so set behaviors to change the flow of events. How do I... There we go, alright. What's hungry? Eats the maiden immediately. No. Stay loyal and whatnot. And let's be the Overlord now. She sounds like fun. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's pretty... cushy life? What? That's a word. Anyways, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes that they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being an evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Oh, alright, so this is where she talked my ear off last time. Alright, you know what? Let's be nice. Maybe this will do something for us. Yeah, here, have the day off, man. You tell them to go take a break from the Stifling Castle. Stifling Castle atmosphere. And refresh their dark soul. Wow, okay, that's not a compliment. A day off should be fine every once in a while. Oh my god, I said ounce. Holy shit. Anyways, they thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. Is this wherever I would have assassinated her if I chose that? You wake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by... You? What? I hold on. What? Okay, so she's crazy. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture. So she's come here to speed things along. Alright, she's crazy. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Oh, you crazy, stupid bitch. Can I capture her just to make her feel better? Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become a more maiden-like? Should I do voices for these characters? Should I do voices? No, fuck, I'm sick. Maybe in part 2 I'll do voices. Comment if you want me to do voices, you 4 viewers. You don't really understand the question. You think this word puts way too much focus on destiny and junk? Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. They didn't seem to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. Okay, you stupid bitch. Anyways, she insists that she stay and talk to you more. You know what? Alright, let's be friends. Sure, let's be friends with a human. You feel warm inside, and she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Once again, never even heard that word. I'm illiterate. Anyways, are they about to fall in love? Are we having a love story here? No. This is bad end theater. We only get bad endings around here. And you wonder what to say. Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, come on, girl. Alright. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. Yeah, she's making you feel warm inside. Enjoy the company while you got it. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. Oh wait, is this why the hero comes because he thinks I captured her? Oh god. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what she expected them to be. Well, what did you expect, you bitch? Anyways, sorry, I'm fucked. Why am I cussing so much? I need to stop. There might be, like, kids watching, I guess. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. This is getting into a love story. I don't like this. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only underlings roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that you're... Fuck, hold on, let's try that again. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. Thank God the music stopped for too long. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But you shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He was covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies and pieces all strewn about your castle has really taken it out of you. Ah, wow. Wow. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing, but you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. Wow, okay, and I'm saying I should stop cussing, and there's right there, okay. God damn, what happened to her? She went from hot to whatever the hell that is. You've had it with these humans always murdering, why'd I say muttering? Oh my god. Murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. You regain control. There is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Alright. I don't want to sit too long pausing here and just thinking about this, because, like, I don't know, you guys are just probably telling me to move on with it if you're even still here. I have, like, 0 watch time. Okay, I want you to be nice, you to be nice. Can I make everyone nice? Wait, what's... What? There are 41 endings? Alright, yeah, we're chilling. Alright, let's play as everyone first. You're the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Well, I've discovered you're not. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You were told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at nearby Demon Overlord's castle. Oh god. Wait, I can make him nice now, probably. Who then puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're even happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. Explanation mark. I'm sorry, I didn't say that loudly, so I had to say. Alright. You head off your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. That doesn't... I can feel like a coward. No, let's bravely kill these vicious beings. Oh god, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Anyways. You made quick work of the vile creatures that stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons, but all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Yo, can you let me in real quick? You attempt to explain why you've come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't keep but notice the demon blood from earlier you haven't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well. More experience points for you. Oh god. You make your way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. You make it to the Overlord's chamber and hope you're still in time to save the maiden. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you expected, but for some reason you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. I know what happens here, but I don't want to kill the Overlord. Gotta do what I gotta do. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. Damn, this is fucking cold. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, they threw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Okay, so I wanted to do all of them, but wait, why is it? No. Anyways, let's quickly go back through this. Okay, yada 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 yada. I don't want to kill these guys here. Let's flee like a coward. Or, alright, there we go. Now I can try to talk to them, because they won't see any blood, right? Ask if they'll let me in, let's see. Alright, explain why I came here. Oh! But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and the maiden seems to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Hey, what's going on here? The woman explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. I hope I said that word right. That was a pretty dangerous thing for her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave and you casually exit the castle. You try and make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panic sets in, and you follow her to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander, hero, and B. There's another one. Alright, now let's do... You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you're a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. Aha. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You're in church, you pray to your God asking why you have been born into this role of the maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious about what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Oh my fucking god, alright. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Yeah, let's introduce myself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have been really listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue.
You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. We asked the Overlord what you should do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about your destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like a complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on the behalf of your village. She says you could thank her by telling the humans to stop racing heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons are violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same about humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same way as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along?
Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've been kept to yourself but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach.
As you think that a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses relief the whole misunderstanding has been a horrible coincidence, wait, why the fuck didn't I read that? Sorry. Anyways, let's go. Wait, what? I'm sorry.
The hero expresses relief that the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. God.
You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless Maiden and Bee. Aha! How long are we into recording? Let me check this. Okay, we're 30 minutes in. Okay, yeah, this is where part 1's gonna end, guys. Alright. I don't know. I do want to continue playing this, but I'll probably make a part 2, but I have other videos planned, so if you'd like me to make part 2 right after this video, then yeah, just like the video, comment saying you want part 2. Yeah, I'm also not good with outros either, just like intros, so hopefully see you in part 2, I guess.